All right, now I want to show you a Velociraptor. And for this, you're going to need a Linux and a Windows virtual machine. And I've got private cloud machines here running on a Proxmox server. I don't have very many of them. But anyway, I'm going to demonstrate with this one. So I log in as Debian, as this is the same machine you would download. And so now I've got a Debian desktop. Now, if you look at the instructions, I think I'll just put the instructions over here. All right, first we're going to set up the server. And so you could install the old version that I wrote these instructions about a year ago, but I prefer to just go to the new one. So if you go here, you'll get the latest Velociraptor version. Velociraptor is a fantastic incident response server. All right. Oh, I see a question. Became interested in cyber threat intelligence analysis. I could not find a good pathway to follow. Well, right. Yeah. Well, that's what's intended to be here. There's some threat intelligence in what we're doing here. You'll find it. The attack matrix, for example, is quite important. And let me do this Velociraptor demo, and then we'll talk more about that. But as far as threat intelligence, you should understand the attack matrix and then take a look at sticks and taxi. So I'll talk about that later. Yeah, good. Very good. I will. Anyway, so here's Velociraptor. Here's the latest version. And here's the assets. So there are several files here that you need to put on your server. And the names have changed a little bit from my instructions. So the files you need are the Linux 64-bit and the Windows 64-bit file. The Linux 64-bit is what you're going to run on your server to investigate incidents on machines. And the Windows is going to be used to make an agent to install on the Windows machine to investigate it. So the only thing that's going to change is these version numbers. So the current version number is going to be for the Linux 64, it's 065 RC1. All right, let me see if I can do this. So if I go here, I'm going to make a directory Velociraptor. All right, I got to spell maker better. All right, and let me see if I can make my font bigger to make it easier for people to see on the video. View. Zoom in. Oh, good. Good. So I go into that directory. All right, now I have to do wget. I've got the instructions in here. Here. All right, so I want to get this, but I'm going to have to change the version number. So I'm going to copy that. Oops, not that. All right. See if I can be dexterous, copy that. And now where it says 0601, instead I want to say 065 RC1. All right. All right. 06. Let me just bring it up here so I can see it. All right. 06.5-RC1. All right. If I haven't fouled it up, that'll be the latest version. Not found. Okay, I must have fouled it up. Velociraptor -V0.6.5 -RC1 -Linux. Well, there's another way to do it. I should be able to copy the URL from here. Velociraptor Linux AMD 64. Copy link. All right, let's try that. If I do wget, wait, is this the right terminal? I don't think it is. I think maybe I have more than one. Ah, Okay. Let's wget and paste in that URL. All right. I don't see the difference, but anyway, there is a difference. There it goes. Okay, it found something and downloaded it. Good. All right. So now back to my instructions. All right, so I have to change it to executable and run it with these commands. So I'm going to copy this part. All right, and go to the terminal. Okay, so I change it, make it executable. All right, let's do an ls-l to see. I didn't go into the right directory. Okay, so I want to move that into the Velociraptor directory. Somehow my CD didn't work. Now let's see what we got here. All right, now I have just that file here, the executable for Velociraptor. That's what I want. So I want to run it with these parameters. All right, generate Velociraptor config.yaml. This will generate a configuration file for it. And expected command, but got generate. So I seem to be getting trouble here. Oh, config generate. Okay, I forgot the word config when I copied it. Okay. So it's config generate. All right. All right, now if I look at my files, I have a YAML file, which is the configuration, and now I'm going to modify it, but I'm going to need my IP address. So let's get that. All right, here's my IP address. I'm going to copy that. And now nano, the config file, which is velociraptor.config.yaml. Okay, now in this file, I need to replace localhost with my IP address everywhere. So I do that with Control W, Control R, localhost, enter, and then I can paste in the IP address I copied. All right. And now I can say yes to both of those. All right. And now I want to replace 127.0.0.1 with my IP address everywhere it occurs. So Control W, Control R, 127.0.0.1 with my IP address. And I'll just say yes, 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 and that's it. Now I'll save the file with Control X, Y, enter. All right. And so now I've created a config file, which will work. So now I have to move it to the etc directory. So I'll copy that command and put it in here. All right. And now I'm ready to create an administrator account on this machine. So I run the Velociraptor and then use the configuration I've specified, user add admin role administrator. This will give me an administrative account to control it with. So I do /Velociraptor and then those parameters, config, okay. All right, now I give it a password. All right, now I can start the server, which is going to be specifying the config front end -v. That will start it in verbose mode so we can see how it works. So it's Velociraptor. All right. All right, there it goes. It's starting things. You see things happening here. Now front end is ready to handle client requests on port 8000. And the GUI is ready on port 8889 and so on. Various things are now ready and running. All right, so leave that open. That is your Velociraptor server. Now you should be able to view the GUI. And you don't need to do it on your Linux machine. You can do it on your Windows machine on the same network, and I should have one. So let me check my. All right, I don't have it. Let me get it. It's take me a minute to get it. I have to go in this password manager, which is private cloud. Okay. Thought I left it open, but I can't find it now. All right. Right, that's Brave. Okay. So I'll go here. And that is into. Okay. Might as well show you guys this. This is cool. This is for people who don't make their own virtual machines to run locally. This is Proxmox, which is fantastic. It's like a Debian-based Linux, and it hosts virtual machines, sort of like vSphere. Anyway, it's very nice. So I'm running several machines on here. So I'm using this Windows machine. I can go to the console, and there it is. And I can pop it out with no VNC. And now I have a desktop into my Windows machine. All right. And this machine should be on the same network as my Linux machine. So I should be able to open a browser. Well, doesn't seem to be listening to me. All right. We go back in that console and try restarting it. I don't know what's happened here. Maybe I can't use Windows when it's popped out. I go to my Windows machine here, and I'm going to shut it down. All right, I'm going to start it up again. And maybe I'll just use the window without popping it out. Maybe that'll make it work better. All right. All right, I seem to have a machine. Let's see if it will do things like, right. Well, I seem to have trouble with my cloud Windows machines for some reason. All right, I'm going to have to figure out what happened there. Anyway, I can show you Velociraptor inside the Linux machine. You can at least see the GUI. So I just need to open the GUI URL, which is this machine's IP address ending in 8889. So thought it would still be in the clipboard, but it isn't. All right, let's get the IP address. All right, there it is. And okay, I need it's HTTPS, then that number, then 8889. Okay. See if I can paste. Okay, then 8889. All right, there we are. This is what you usually see. I don't have a real certificate, so I have to approve loading a page with a self-signed certificate. Now it's admin and the password I chose. And now you see Velociraptor. And so here you can inspect the server's state, and it will show you how much CPU, and currently connected clients, there are 0. So this is a server that lets you inspect machines that are running clients to see what's going on them. And it's extremely powerful. And I'm planning to demonstrate it, but I'm going to stop this video and try to debug my Windows machine, because it's no fun until you can see a client. So let me stop this one.